Hey, what's up guys? Gnarly here with another exciting influence video. If you watched my last video, you know how to get started on pre-release by creating a crew. But now, you're probably wondering, what the heck do I do now? And so in this video, I'm going to show you first off what not to do, and then I'm going to show you how to lease a lot, create a site plan, build and construct a warehouse. And to build a warehouse, you probably need to be buying materials from a marketplace. So that's included too. So looking forward to it, and let's get started. Before we get started, I'm going to show you a little helpful UI UX tip. I've gotten a lot of these questions today about how to filter by building type. And so it's going to be on your right hand screen. You're going to want to click to building, and then you're going to want to click that little paintbrush. And it'll automatically default to this coloring scheme. I really like it. It really shows the different types of buildings pretty well, and that's what you're going to need to do to filter the UI. So one last UI tip is how to rename your crew. This is going to be really helpful if you're running multiple crew at any given time. And so what you're going to want to do is click on the crew and then click on, in the top left, rename crew. And so you're just going to type in the name and submit that transaction. In this case, I'm about to show you what not to do, and so I named the crew Hey Ma and the crewmate Watch This, because this is something that if you do this, you're probably gonna regret it. So if you didn't listen to me and started at Lucinda's Landing, that's okay, but I want to show you why it's bad to start there. So what I'm gonna do is I click on another habitat because I want to station my crew there, and we can already see that there's an overcapacity penalty associated with just moving. And so if you do any actions here, it's really going to slow you down in game, and you really should not start at Lucinda's Landing. It's overcapacity. Well, a lot of people didn't know what to do, and so they just hit this eject crew button, which really is not good, because if you do that, your crew is going to be basically gone for a day. You're ejecting them into orbit, and you're not going to be able to do anything with them. And so if that's the case, you're probably best off to just go ahead, start another crew. It's okay, but do not do this. Before you do anything, you're going to want to have a lease agreement for your lot. If you don't, you can build there, sure, you can squat there, but someone can come out from under you, rent the lot, and steal all of your buildings. And so click on an open lot, and the UI is to the right. It's a little bit hidden right now, but it's going to be improved. You want to go under info and then lot permissions and enter your lease agreement. So this one's pretty pricey at 720,000 sway a month. In real life dollars, that's about $72 at the current sway to USD peg. And so why is it so expensive? It's right by the starting colony at Adalia Prime. And so it's going to have a lot of proximity to marketplaces, but if you go much further out, it's only 7,000 sway a month right now, and so I checked that out. But just to be close and to show you what to do, I'm gonna bite the bullet and go ahead and lease this lot. So now that you have the lot leased, you're gonna wanna build a site plan. I'm gonna put a warehouse down. That's probably the building you should start off with. You need someone to store your materials, and it takes probably the least materials out of any building out there. And so I recommend starting off there. And so after I put down the site plan, right now you have 24 hours to put the materials there and construct the site. Now, why is that timer in place? It's so that you don't use a temporary storage, basically all of these different site plans as permanent warehouse locations. And now, if you have materials there and your site expires, they will get stolen. You can go on the Discord, and people have been stealing sites and complaining about getting their sites stolen. So make sure if you're delivering materials there, you construct it before that timer goes out. So now that our site plan's ready, we need to put the materials there before we can construct. And so this is the bill of materials. You see we're missing cement, steel beam, and steel sheets, and we're going to be buying those from a marketplace. And so on the right hand side of the UI, there is an asteroid marketplace, and these are all of the marketplaces on Adalia Prime. And so you can click here and search your materials, what you need, and then what I've been doing lately is filtering by distance. Time is money. I'm going to spend a little bit more for something that's going to be getting to me a little bit quicker, then what I'm going to do is input my quantities that I need based on that bill of materials you previously saw and purchase it. And then what I'm going to do is I need to set a destination inventory before I can purchase it. And what you do not want to do is put these materials in those free store warehouses, because again, they will get stolen. They're open to anyone. You leave something there, it's fair game. People make mistakes. This is testnet. We're all learning, but do not put it there. Put it on your site. The site which will have a star next to it. That's where you should be delivering these goods. And so after you confirm that, you just have to wait for the materials to transfer. And while we wait, I'm going to go ahead and quickly purchase the other materials for the site that we need, the cement and the steel sheets. And so it's basically the same process. I'm just going to speed it up for you, but I encourage you to take your time to make sure you get the right amount of materials the first time that you do it. And then we're just going to wait a little bit. We have to wait for those surface transfers to finish. Nothing in this game is instant, or it's very rare that anything is. It takes time to move these materials from point A to point B. That's the intent of the game. It's intent to be strategy and slower paced. And so after we do that, we can construct our building after they get there and we finalize the transfer. So once those surface transfers are ready, we can go ahead and finalize all of them. They're going to be 3 separate transactions for the warehouse, and then we can get to what we've all been waiting for, constructing your first building. And so all you're going to need to do after those transfers finalize is hit construct, and then a timer is going to pop up and tell you the time that it's going to take to construct this building. Note, the timers have just been a little bit buggy right now. The team's aware of it, they're going to fix it, but just take it with a little bit of a grain of salt. Once that transaction finishes processing, you'll be able to see the time it takes to construct your warehouse. Once that time is up, you'll be able to finish construction and you'll have a fully built warehouse. You basically repeat these same steps for all different building types as well. Well, thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you learned a little bit in this video on how to get started to play Influence. First, we talked through some UI UX tips, and then I told you what not to do. Do not eject your crew into orbit. You'll be set back about a day at least. And then I walked through how to lease a lot on Adalia Prime, how to create a site plan, how to deliver materials to that site plan, and how to initialize construction. With this, you're going to be building all throughout Adalia Prime. I can't wait to see what everyone builds. It's been awesome to see the development so far. I hope you tune into my next videos, as I'm going to be showing you how to extract some resources and covering really a variety of different content. Influence really has so much to offer. It's going to be tough for me to keep up with the content, so be sure to like and subscribe as well. This is Gnarly signing off for now. I look forward to seeing what you all have built in Adalia Prime and the rest of the belt.